Hello guys, it's Joe Massenard, have a weekly blaze. So this is another news week type of weekly blaze. Possibly the last one, or at least the last one like this, because the main thing I talk about are, or I guess is Beyblade news. Will still be like Bottleman news, I think, so that'll be something, but like, Beyblade news, this might be the last month we do it for a while. Hopefully March we get more and we get some new stuff, but like, yeah, for now this might be it. So, anyway, this was a bit of an awkward point in the week to have like Beyblade news because I wasn't sure if we were going to get leaks before the week started or not. There was one image leaked, but it was like a concept art of Lucifer, and yeah, that was that was something. So it doesn't. I mean, it looks interesting. It's kind of like a four-sided shape. So it's not the three-sided one that we got for like Lucifer the End, but also not six like with Variant Lucifer. It kind of looks like a weird mix of Variant and the End, though. Also, the core seems to be more based on Lucifer 1, so the vertical design. There's also these four rubber blades looking like a barrier of sorts. That's really all we know. So, what are my predictions for this Lucifer? What do I think it's going to have? So I have basically my predictions, kind of my hopes, and then my predictions. They're kind of separate, honestly. Um, so that'll be fun to talk about. Okay, I just I hit the record button off. I don't know how I did that. Okay, my bad. So anyway, um, yeah. So with Lucifer, I want to give like my kind of what I think is going to be. Like I was saying, yeah, my prediction, but also what I want it to be. Also, yeah, I guess this is a different weekly blaze than last week. Yeah, I have my Christmas trees up in my room. I these boxes and whatever else I could find to decorate them. I don't like using ornaments for these. You know, it's just more fun to have it like this. Anyway, um, but yeah, so what I think it'll be, or I guess my prediction. So for the Lucifer core, I think they're going to do metal and one set of BU locks. Maybe two if we're lucky, but I'm saying one. So basically, um, as much as I want them to do like rubber or something, if it's based on Lucifer 1, I think they're just going to go the route of, yeah, just metal and a set of BU locks, because a lot of the new cores have them. I think. Is Dragon the only new core that hasn't had it? I believe so, well, I guess Kirbius and Dragon for BU. Because I know the Belial 2 from Divine had it. Those two did not. Then Excalibur had it, Achilles had it, Hello Kitty I don't think did, but that was more of a retool of Spriggan. Well, Spriggan 1. Um, let's see. Think. Yeah, no. Knight had it, Hyperion Helios, Belial 3, Spriggan 2, yeah. So probably, I'm going to say one set, though. I don't think they'll do more than one. But, I guess maybe two. I don't know. I'm still leaning towards one. So, then for the blade, I think they're going to have the four rubber blades on there. That'll be its gimmick. Has the barrier coming out. Whatever. And, yeah, that'll be that. So, then we have the armor. I think they're going to do 10. I don't think they're going to do 5. I think they're just going to not make 5 to annoy us. I just think 10 looks like a Lucifer armor. I think they're just going to do 10. Disc, I don't think it'll be a new disc. I think my prediction is just Fortress. I think they're just going to do Fortress and call it a day. Driver, I think they'll do Metal Bearing Drift. This is like the one thing I actually think they'll do here is Metal Bearing Drift. I hope anyway, because it'd be kind of dumb to not, like, okay, I know they did bearing drift in this set, but come on. Metal bearing drift is like the prize part. Kind of be nice to release it as like the final burst release. Just come on, you should really release it. But, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Now we have my hope. So, the core, I think, keeping with the metal, also the Bulocks. One set, but I also want to see a rubber lock. So I would really like to see them do a rubber lock, but not the same as Kirbyus and Bahamut. My idea is kind of to balance it out a little bit. So don't do the side pieces of rubber, just the central piece, so it's a lot less resistant. But you have the metal, and that's where the BU lock comes in. You have one BU lock, so it has a kind of a weaker lock because it just has the one rubber piece, not three. But you have that BU lock to count on. So yeah. Outside of that, I want to see so the blade, I actually kind of don't know what I want the blade to even be. Originally I said maybe like a fusion blade, like with Super MR or King MR, and have like Lucifer be an LR core. Just go stupid, but because of how the rubber blades look, they look very spin direction dependent. So my hope, I kind of think, maybe they'll just not do anything. But this is my hope. So here's my idea, right? Make Lucifer LR still, and make the blade its only gimmick basically be the split. It works like Super and King. That'd be fun. And you have this crazy LR core to go with it. So yeah, now with that armor, come on, just do five. Just do five. Just do it. And then of course the disc. I want them to make a new disc, a BU lock disc. Basically, have some plastic, but the rubber. Yeah, the four rubber blades, and it'd be cool if they were on the disc instead of the blade. I think it just work nice. Kind of referencing like the chassis and stuff a little bit, but yeah, it'd be kind of cool. And with it being LR, it would actually have kind of a dual purpose. So in right spin, the blades could come out, while in left spin, they can kind of just chill, not come out. That'd be kind of cool. So like left spin, it's pure absorption from the blades, while, like they're fixed, while, in right spin, they come out. It'd be kind of a cool idea for a spin direction change with how they would work, because I don't think you could make the proper gimmick that Two Defense had in DB. Maybe you could, but I feel like this would just make more sense. And again, it'd just be kind of cool if it was LR. I'm not really expecting it. This is just my hope, so yeah. Driver, metal bearing drift, still just keeping that as my hope. Will any of these extra things come true for my hopes? Probably not, but I still hope so. If nothing else, just at least give us the 5 armor so we can be done with it. But yeah, that's basically just my prediction segment / hope segment for Lucifer. I will come back, maybe even later today. Oh yeah, it's Sunday at like almost 3 a.m. right now. So I wanted to make sure I recorded this before any potential leaks happen. So yeah, that's everything. That's all I have to say. This camera is almost out of time. I don't have a lot of time left on this camera right now. I need to clear some space before I record more. But yeah, that's my hopes for everything. That's it. So yeah, we'll see how I do and what happens with our potential final Beyblade Burst release. Probably the next clip will know more, so that'll be fun to talk about. So yeah. Alright, it's now Monday at like 2 a.m. So, I got like 4 things to say. First up, well, I guess this is a pretty quick one. Both the first two are, but like, why is that there? Making a Bakutech review. It will be on Size Tavenel, so that's fun. It's a re-review because my original review wasn't even horrible. The main issue that I had with it is that I replaced the cross and soul pieces without cutting the video. That was dumb. So I'm redoing it. I'm about to do that now. Actually, the room over there, lights on. About to go in there and make that review after I record this. Second, thanks for the support on the recent Bottleman videos. So I put those up recently. The Colmar Energy DX video, Cat, no, you're not, no, you're not doing that. No. Anyway, she's 16 and still does this stuff. But yeah, anyway. You better not go back over there. Anyway, so the Colmar Energy DX video it did like about normal, which is fine. Bottleman stuff usually at least does decently. But the Royal Griffin DX video is doing pretty well, which is always nice to see. I got that out really fast. And then the Bottleman Fusions video decided to just pop off. It has over 100 views already. Another video this year has gotten over 100 views. That's honestly just crazy. So yeah. So thanks for the support on those. Also thanks for the support on the Gigandeck review. That got I think it's close to 80 views. So that's pretty good. It did better than my past two Architect reviews, so that's nice. Anyway, the two bigger topics. Well, I guess one's not actually that big, but I'll cover that last. Lucifer leaks are out. Welp, I can't say I'm not slightly disappointed, but I think I hyped myself up a little too much about it. So the full combo is Barricade Lucifer, Illegal, Bearing Mobius, 10. Okay, so Disc and Driver. Disc, Illegal. Okay, Illegal's not that bad. It's actually pretty decent. Kind of a weird Lucifer disc, I feel like. I would have not expected one of the most round, actually probably the most round disc on Lucifer. Really would have expected Fortress on this thing. That was like a given, I thought, but if they were using a disc. But nope, Illegal. Sure, not bad. I'll take it. Probably better than Fortress, honestly, so I shouldn't complain. Bearing Mobius. This one I'm a little bit mixed on. On one hand, if they did Metal Bearing Drift, we just got Bearing Drift, so I knew it was kind of iffy already, but I still thought that they'd do it. Bearing Mobius, okay, if they change the tip to be more like Bearing Drift, like how they did with Drift to Bearing Drift, if it's a bit sharper, this might genuinely be insane, because it might almost be like a wider bearing, like a wider, taller bearing. That could genuinely be kind of insane. So if they do the bearing drift change with Bearing Mobius, kinda nice. If not though, and it's just a better free spin cat, why? Stop. Okay, she likes to climb on the boxes and complains when I tell her to stop, and yeah. So that's what she was doing. I don't know why she's been doing this so much recently, where she just wants to be a problem constantly whenever I record. She used to just back in the day, except it used to just be messing with the tripod. And that's like a pretty easy fix, just don't let her in the room while I'm recording. And I probably could just not do that again, but come on, I'm standing up, I thought it'd be fine, but she's being problematic just every day. Not every day, but whenever I record, half the time she is. Anyway. So, Bearing Mobius, if it's just Mobius with the bearing in it, no, that kinda would suck. Because it's just better free spin Mobius, okay, better LAD, doesn't fix the problems to why Drift is just better Mobius. But if they make that other change, because I know Mobius has kind of ridiculous LAD, if they make that change, maybe. I think that's fine. But if not, I don't know. As far as the layer goes, 10, it's weird, because 10, I think, is probably the best Lucifer armor. And I said that before, but come on, you couldn't have made 5, really? Honestly, come on, you should have just made 5. I don't know why they didn't. So it's just unfortunate to see. Unless there's more for BU. If they do like January, February releases, that'd be hype. But I don't think they will. So we got 0 through 10, but not 5. For whatever reason, just 0 through 4, 6 through 10, no 5. I don't know why. They couldn't have just made an armor. Like, you didn't, like, you could have done so many, like, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to make an armor. That's literally the easiest piece to make. And you couldn't make the last one properly. Or not properly, you couldn't even do it. Like, that's just bad. It should have happened. So that said, I would say 10. It's more, my disappointment's more just the fact that we're not getting 5. It's not that 10's a bad part. So I don't want to take it out on Lucifer because of that. Because it's not really Lucifer's fault that Dr. Homie messed up bad, and it probably, realistically, Lucifer with 5 wouldn't entirely make sense, if we're being honest here. So I'm okay if they don't put 5 on Lucifer, it's just that they should have made 5. And Lucifer just kind of gets the brunt of it because it is, in this position. Anyway, so the rest of there. So the Lucifer core, I'm mixed on as well. So it has apparently 3 teeth and 3 BU locks. More than I expected, but cool. They don't mention any other gimmicks. If there are no other gimmicks, no metal, no rubber, garbage, that would be the biggest waste I have ever seen. Both Lucifer 1 and Lucifer 2 chips in Sparking had metal. And if they just don't do that and they just do teeth BU locks, it's so dumb. The fact that they make BU locks this big deal when we literally have 2 BU lock discs is just dumb. Again, Lucifer kind of gets the brunt of this because we needed more BU lock discs that we just never got. And everyone was kind of probably holding out some hope that Lucifer would have something like that, and it didn't. So I feel like, again, Lucifer just kind of has to take the fall for it because everyone wanted a third one. Lucifer's the last hope. So Lucifer kind of is getting screwed over a little bit here by not getting a BU lock disc, not getting the 5 armor because everyone wanted both, and it didn't deliver there. But it's not really Lucifer's fault. So, again, kind of getting rid of those preconceptions. It's like, okay, fair enough, but... Oh, so sorry, that's the automatic letterbox going. But anyway, so the core, though, there's no fault. There's no fallback for that. If it has no metal or no rubber, garbage. If there is a rubber stopper and no metal, and I'm assuming they won't do like a Carbius Bahamut thing again. I'm assuming if there's rubber, it's only the middle, not the outer parts. If that's the case, I think it's like decent. But kind of dumb, because, like, again, Lucifer 1 and 2 had metal, and you do the rubber here like Lucifer 2, but then you don't do metal. It just seems a little bit weird to me. Now, if Lucifer, the core, has metal but no rubber, this is actually pretty good. No rubber, unfortunate, but, like, I wouldn't have completely expected it, because it is based on Lucifer 1's design. So as long as it has metal, I think it's perfectly fine. But if they do metal and rubber, that's great. Perfect. Thanks. But I do think it has metal. Just by the kind of way the core looks, I think it has metal. It might have rubber too. I can't tell. But we'll come back again tomorrow or something to talk more about what that could have. Next up, we have the Blade Barricade. Cool name. Better than Barrier, honestly. I like Barricade a lot more than Barrier. Barricade sounds cool. So Barricade Lucifer, pretty nice name. So anyway, so Barricade, its gimmick, it is the 4 rubber blades that will come out, kind of like a 2D type of idea. Works perfectly. I think that is a cool gimmick. Do I wish that there was maybe a little bit more to it? Maybe a little bit, but like I'm not that upset. Like it's perfectly fine. They got the barrier gimmick on it. That's all we really needed. So overall, how is this Lucifer? I think it's pretty solid. Again, it just has to take that fall from a lot of people for not giving us a third BU lock disc and not giving us 5. I think Illegal and 10 are perfectly fine choices. Bearing Mobius, I'm still a little bit split on. The core, if it has more than they're saying it does, then we're fine. It's just because they have skipped out on saying metal or rubber before. But if it has nothing, then yeah, that's just trash. Stop. Like, I wish they didn't rely so much on butte locks when the discs are just only two. And I still find the whole thing weird because it's like, okay, you gave Excalibur one, makes sense. Honestly, would have made the most sense if it was the only one with it. But then again, like, why would you spam butte locks and everything else? But still. Then you made Moon on a Knight of all things, which is weird, and then you made no others. It's just Excalibur and Knight. Okay. But still, if they just do the whole has Bulox thing again, I'm gonna be actually kind of mad. But Barricade looks really really cool. So overall, I do like this Lucifer for the most part. It's just please core have gimmicks and Bearing Mobius, please get the Bearing Drift treatment. That's all I can say. But overall, not too bad. Not too bad. Is it a good final release? I can't say that. But is it a release that is good without all of these extra things being added onto it? Yes. It just, again, it's in an awkward position. Should they have done more if this is the final release? Of course. But, like, I'm not... I mean, it's a Lucifer. I wasn't really expecting too much from it, honestly. At least got the right gimmick on it. The parts at least make sense. You know, it's not like they threw like Nexus on it or something, or like made a new driver, but it's like just or like bounced here. The armor, you know, they didn't throw like they didn't spam another 6 or throw something that doesn't make sense like 7 on it. You know, the blade, okay, it has the barrier gimmick, good. Core, you're still kind of in limbo. We need to know more. If you have no gimmicks, I'm actually mad, but. Actually, if the core doesn't have gimmicks, it's kind of not a great release, honestly. No, it's like okay. It's okay, but you know, it needs to have something there to be like actually solid. Because then it's just okay. No core gimmicks. The layer, you know, has a reused armor. No core gimmicks. It's just the barrier. And the parts are like, you know, they're fine, but still. Really just needs an extra push to make it solid. And I'm hoping it gets it. So outside of that, the last thing I want to talk about for now is kind of my video schedule. So I did not get the VS set on the 12th like I was hoping I would. But that was fine though because I got the Bottlemen videos for the 12th. That worked out perfectly. So there's that. Let me actually check my shipping notifications just to see if there's any updates. The 14th will be 5 a.m. will be the Bakutech review I'm about to do, the Size Tabnel review. And that might be it. Later in the day. Okay, never mind. I think we're good. Okay, at 8:30 p.m., my package got to the Chicago distribution center. Okay. Assuming they don't hold it for an extra day, tomorrow later in the day, like 7, 8 p.m. probably, I will have the VS set video. Again, hopefully I have it. So my plan is to do that. Those two videos the 14th. 16th will be the Lucifer News Day, the discussion on that. And that'll be fun. And then I'm going to kind of take a break for a few days, like 4 days. Just give everything time to sit. You know, I made the 2 Battleman videos, which were kind of giant hits. Well, actually, no, I put up a weekly plays. The Fusion video on the 11th, 12th, got 2 Battleman videos. 14th, the Bakutech review, the VS set. 16th is going to be a weekly Blaze and Lucifer news. That's a lot. I'm going to chill for a couple days after that. And then what I'll do is wait till the 20th for the Amiibo unboxing on Pearl and Marina. Give everything a few days to settle. Then the 21st, I will do the next Bakutech review. So, and then after that will be, I only have a few videos left for the month, so, yeah. But, if it does get delayed till Tuesday, I'll do 14th, my brain just stopped working. The 14th, just the Bakutech review. The 15th, nothing. Because if I get it a day late, then it doesn't matter. Because Monday, at least, is like a little bit more contentious to like being early to have it. If I don't get it Monday, like, okay, I'll just wait till like Wednesday, I guess. Like 5 a.m. Then the Helicope, the 16th, And then I'll put up a Weekly Blaze, probably with it. And the 17th will be the Lucifer News Day. I'll push that back by 1 day. And then I'll just kind of, because it's already a little bit awkward there, I'll just do the 19th. I'll just throw up the Amiibo unboxing, just keep a little bit more consistency and not take a little bit of a gap. And then the 21st, of course, is the box check review. So that's how I'm going to do it, if it's late, but I don't think it will be. It got to the distribution center apparently at like 8:30 p.m. It did not say that an hour ago, so it's already been there quite a while. Hopefully it's all good. Comes tomorrow, I'll be happy if it does. So, yeah. I will record a little bit about that as well when I get it, when I get the package, whether that be for Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, then of course after the 21st, I do have, I think, like 4 more videos planned for the month. Probably. Yeah, wait. Or is it 3? 3 or 4? I feel like I had 1 and then just forgot. Do I have another package? No, I don't. Okay. So I have... Okay, no, that was the Amiibo thing I was debating last week. Okay, never mind. So I should have like 4 more videos, I think. 1 being a Weekly Blaze. That one will go up. That'll be for next week. Maybe... no, probably just 4 then. The extra Weekly Blaze. Then I will also have another box tech review on the 28th. And the 2 other videos will just go up sometime after... Like sometime between like the 21st and like 30th. I don't know when. And that'll be the Choset's ranking video as well as the Belial discussion video, which I'm doing a whole Belial retrospective video just for fun, because I need the VS gear to do that, so I'm waiting to do that till then. And yeah, I'll just do it later in the month. So yeah, a lot of stuff planned. I think I have a decent like late month schedule here. Not a ton of videos, but I still got some stuff, you know. Yeah, I think that's everything for today. Yeah, tomorrow will be potentially the VS set, and then I also will probably talk more about Lucifer. We'll probably get product images and stuff, so that'll be fun. And then I'll do the discussion for the 16th. That should be cool as well. So yeah, a lot of stuff. Having fun with this right now. You know, I got some videos for the month. It's all good. We're going. So yeah, should probably go record that size tab no review right now. Yeah, that'll be fun. Alright, I will come back tomorrow with more news on Lucifer. So, and maybe the VS set, we'll see. So hopefully. So, yeah, that's all for today then. Alright, it's now Monday at 3:30 p.m. So, Lucifer's been fully revealed. Still don't know the core gimmicks, still don't know everything. I think we're gonna need official part images and, like, maybe a video at some point, but I'll still do the discussion pretty soon unless it's just completely unclear. Then I'll hold off till the video. Hopefully the part images and we get some translations going, and hopefully it'll be fine. That's all I have to really say about Lucifer for now, since there's really no extra news aside from, like, better pictures, so anyway. I got some packages here. This is everything I'm going to have to use as reference in the VS set unboxing. Pain. But, yeah, I just wanted to kind of show that stuff before I sat down here and got going on the unboxings. So, yeah. Alright, let me make this look a little better. Good enough. Alright. First up, this will be the video for the 20th, November 20th, so still like 6 days out, but whatever. This package is like almost open. Okay. Not like, they didn't open it or anything, it's just like very close though. Alright, that's nice. But finally got them. Pearl and Marina. These amiibo were pricey, and I really wanted them for quite a while now. And yeah, I finally got them. Nice. So I have the Squid Sisters, and I only have the original 3-pack. I might want to get like the Octolings and other stuff eventually. Not looking forward to that. That's going to be more money to spend. Wonderful, but I really wanted these two the most, so at the very least, if I don't get anything else, I got these two. And then probably the box that is going to be the more exciting of the two, at least for YouTube. I actually really wanted those two Amiibo pretty bad, so for me that's really exciting, but for YouTube stuff, and probably Beyblade is still more exciting overall anyway, but let me go ahead. I just want to make sure I don't get information in the shot here. Take that out. And oh right, they said they were going to do this. They threw in a free launcher for me. I will be opening that on this weekly Blaze actually. And then here's the VS set. So yeah, fun. Anyway, opening this in a minute. Obviously in its own video, but yeah. This I will open right now. This is a DB launcher they threw in because I was like one of the first orders or something. Which, honestly, yeah, really cool of them to do. This is one of those things that I always was like back and forth about getting, but I was probably never going to actually get it. I always said like, yeah, I'll get a regular DB launcher one day, and then I just never did, and well, here we are. I wanted like the normal gears and stuff, and like the original version, but I just never did it, and now I don't have to. I mean, I probably wasn't going to anyway, but like I still wanted this. I just didn't. Like they cost money, and like money is like, you know, there's a lot of things to spend money on. So anyway, here is. The dogs are barking. Okay. They're outside though, so who cares? Yeah, this is the regular DB launcher. Feels actually really smooth compared to the Power Gear. Yeah. I also like the look of this like ring right here. I don't know, it just looks cool, in my opinion. But yeah, really cool. Glad to have this. I've wanted this for quite a while now, so yeah. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the VS set unboxing now. That's going to take me quite a while to do, so yeah. Now, Amiibo I'll probably hold off for a couple days. I'll probably do the discussion first. Unless if we just have no clear answers on like the core gimmicks or like Bearing Mobius, then I might just hold off till the video. We'll see though. I hope I don't have to. I still want to do that the 16th, but we'll see. But anyway, that's all for now. I will come back later, and for now I'm going to go make the VS set video, so yeah. Alright, it's now Tuesday at around 6 p.m. So last night, the Lucifer news, we did get the part information and stuff. I didn't record because it wasn't really that crazy. Barricade is like basically what we know, like we already know about it. Bearing Mobius, it does look like the shape is different, so hopefully, I think that's kind of what I was hoping for with this, and yeah, it is. So it does get the Bearing Drift treatment basically, which is nice. The Lucifer core, no gimmicks. Unless by some miracle they didn't say it, it will have it, but unlikely. So assuming that doesn't happen, probably no gimmicks, which is a massive L. Again, a solid release overall, it's just that they really needed... Come on, like how do you not do that? Like, you really should have put something on the core there. Like, just that extra thing, I think, would have pushed this up to be good. If it was metal, it'd be really good. Rubber would still be good, though. Both, this would be, like, a really nice release, I would say, and would have done Lucifer justice. Did they do Lucifer justice? Kind of, but, like, still, I don't know. It's just kind of it's a weird release. I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. But, yeah, I guess I just thought I should probably mention that. I will be recording the discussion later tonight, and then I'll go up tomorrow with a weekly Blaze. That'll be fun. And, yeah. Speaking of YouTube, the VS set video did get over 100 views. And the Royal Griffin DX video is at like 250 views, so that's something. Thanks. I don't I don't know why my videos have been like actually popping off recently. There's been a lot of them that have been doing really well for no reason. Like that, there's just no reason for it, but they are. Um, but yeah, so hopefully the discussion is like a decent discussion. I have some things to say about Lucifer. Um, I just realized that I've never done a discussion video on one single bay before. Um, that was just kind of a normal booster release, because like I did Zyfoot Excalibur. That's different. That was Excalibur, had the the launcher. There's a lot more to it. It was just kind of a normal bay, and we haven't really had many of those. I didn't do a discussion for Divine Belial. I just did like a BU discussion video, and then like Gatling Dragon was shown at the same time as Random Booster Volume 29 with, of course, like Chain Kirbyus, so that was in that. Um, so I have not done a discussion on a normal booster yet, so that'll be interesting. So hopefully it goes fine. I think it will. I have some stuff to say with the disc armor, and some on the driver. Got some praise for the blade and some insults for the core I have ready to go, and yeah. Should be fun. I'll do that later tonight. That's all I have to really say today. I just want to give kind of an update on Lucifer, just to be like, yeah, I saw the parts, and I'm not really too impressed with that core. Come on. Still kind of hoping they do something with it. The video probably won't be up for a while. That's probably not going to be till like next week. Damn. Already next week. Okay. Yeah, no, never mind. It's actually pretty soon, I guess. Usually like, what, 2 weeks out? It's the 10th, so Friday morning. I guess for me it's basically a Thursday. It's like the 8th would be the day right before. So first, like what, the 23rd we're looking at, I think? No, 24th, I think. Yeah, 24th, okay. So that is already next week. So yeah, crazy. Don't know if I really have anything else to talk about this week for the most part. If not, though, Pokemon comes out Friday. So I probably will talk about Pokemon maybe Thursday, and then, like, of course, like, I'll talk about the game itself Friday, maybe a little bit Saturday, we'll see. But, yeah. So I guess that's that for the news, and then I guess the second half of this weekly play is just going to be Pokemon. So yeah, Lucifer, looking alright. Just why the core bothers me way too much. That's all for today, though, so I will come back later on in the week. There we go, I can speak. Yeah. Alright, it's now Friday at about 2 a.m. So, first up, my VS set video is at almost 500 views. Actually insane. I have not had a video get over 500 views since 2018. So, that's definitely something. And, yeah. So hopefully I could still make some more videos, because I know November... I still have some videos I want to make in November, but like December, I'm definitely lacking. I kind of want to do more Bottleman stuff. I just don't know what. We'll see. But I don't know. I'm sure I can think of some stuff for Bottleman. Beyblade, I got the ranking stuff. We're all good. Yeah, that's yeah, we're fine with Beyblade. Plus discussions. Maybe I'll start a Bottleman discussions or something, but I don't know. I feel like Beyblade's just easier because there's like 7 years of stuff just for Burst, while Bottleman is still pretty new. Only been going for 2 years now, which is still a while, but like Bottleman's been really weird with how it's existed. Like we had 3 months of releases to get 6, and then they just stopped for 6 more months, and then they started up, they gave us 2 more, we're gone another 3 months, came back for like a couple months, and gave us, like, yeah, just like 2 months, and they gave us 6 more, disappeared for 3 months, or no, 4 months, no, yeah, no, 3 months, okay. And then gave us a start of DX, and then just vanished for 3 more months, and then they came back, and since July, they've been going fine, but Bottleman just had such a weird release schedule, and there really aren't as many, so I don't know what kind of videos I'd want to do on Bottleman. I have, like, I mean, I got them all right here, they're all chilling, but, like, I just don't know what I want to do with them. outside of, like the, unboxings, the potential like fusion type videos where I talked about those, the rankings, just like kind of, I guess I also had this one idea of maybe talking about like the Beast forums eventually, doing like a whole video on that, but the problem is I feel like a lot of my Bottleman videos boil down to either new release or something that just requires an entire line to be done with. I feel like this is kind of why, like with Beyblade, I don't have this problem, and I feel like this is why some like channels based on like, because I've seen some like anime channels that are based on like long running series, like take Naruto for example. Naruto, there's a lot of big, or not even that big, just like mid-sized to big YouTube channels that are dedicated to just covering Naruto for the most part, and I think the reasons why channels like this work so well, to like talk about stuff is because there's just so much content there to talk about. You can kind of discuss it endlessly, and it's definitely a good thing to base your channel around. While if you're basing your channel around like a series that's like 10 chapters in, you're not. What are you talking about? It's basically either new stuff or just waiting for like an arc to be done or something. But yeah, it's something I definitely want to go more into, but I just don't know entirely what I want to do with it yet. Although I am excited for DX to finish. I hope that there is a DX season 2 or even just a third season, like that's just a completely different line of Bottleman at that point. If there is a DX season 2 and they're just continuing the DX line, I will still do the ranking video and stuff. I'll still do that. If it's just season 1, that's fine. I'll just, make a thing about that where it's like just season 1, in like in a parentheses I'll just say season 1. And then I could have at the end of season 2 I get 2 videos out of it because I'll have a season 2 one, and then I'll have an overall ranking. Probably like a month or two after the season 2 one, and that'll be a fun one, if that does happen. But at the very least, I just want to make sure to get a DX ranking video out pretty soon. That'll be fun, and I guess not pretty soon, whenever it ends, which should be pretty soon, I think. Like, next month I know we're getting stuff. I think in January we might get something, but I don't know if we're getting anything after January or not. Maybe February, but I'd assume, like, couldn't be anything later than March, so. And that's only 4 months away, and I know 4 months at a glance sounds like a long time, but, like, man, 4 months ago was, like, July. That was when I was, like, starting at Bakugan stuff again, and that was, like, 5 seconds ago to me. So in 4 months, it'll be here in no time. But I still want to make sure I get videos up, so if I can figure out more Bottleman stuff, I really want to do more Bottleman stuff. Beyblade, I think I've been going pretty both Beyblade recently. I know, like, some of the discussions don't get as many views, which is fine. I don't care, like, I'm not someone who cares that much about, like, views. Like, obviously, yeah, you like when things get views. Like, VS getting almost 500, crazy. That's great. But, like, I'm just trying to make stuff that I like, and I do like going kind of hyper analytical into things just because that's just kind of something I don't want to say good at, but something that I can actually do. Like, again, going back to Beyblade, battles, I don't like doing battles, because collect, and the kind of a little bit of interference there. Also, I'm not a hype channel. I just do not have that kind of energy to be a hype channel. I know some people go really into their production editing stuff. That's something that they'll do. And other people just try to really make their stuff like a general audience, which kind of does involve using elements of all the other aspects there. Just maybe not to as big of a degree, but just kind of trying to make them, easier to access, I guess. For me, I don't here's the thing, I'm not the type of person who can just make stuff for a general audience easily. That's just not something I'm good at. And then also, again, battles I already explained that. But hype, yeah, I also explained that. Okay, I don't know why I'm reiterating all these things, but yeah, what was the other one I said? I said something else. I don't. Brain, I said this 10 seconds ago. How are you already blanking on it? Collecting, or battling, oh yeah, production. Like, I could probably get, like, more lights and, like, a table, and, like, I still want to do those things. It's just not, like, something I'm too worried about yet. And I could probably go more in with editing, but, like, that's, like, effort, and that's just going to delay the videos even more. And I feel like right now I do like getting stuff out, at least with, like, some level of consistency. Not, like, crazy consistency, but, like, I know if I have to edit videos, it would be a significant drop-off, and I don't want that. And, like, I'm not, like, a big channel. I don't really need to be doing that at the moment. But, like, taking out all that, like, what can you do without that? And that's kind of the problem I've had for the longest time with, like, Beyblade videos, and I guess just some videos in general, but, like, how do I want to approach things? Like, I feel like for, Beyblade, I would make each unboxing, like, let's just take the VS set, even though we haven't gotten anything like this, like a 2-pack with an extra piece for another Bey. Okay. If I made that video like 2 years ago, it would have been like 10 minutes. Like, close to 15 at absolute best. And I'm not saying like a length of the video determines its quality or anything, but like, I would have showed the stuff, talked a little bit about it, and that's it. It's just about showing it and just talking a little bit about it. I would not have gone into any detail. I would not have shown, like, weight. I would not have compared to previous evolutions. And I just, in general, would have probably also just been lazier with it, like, oh, showing all the Spriggan modes. Either, not all the Spriggan modes, just, like, high-low mode I probably just wouldn't even do, but, like, left and right spin I probably would just show low mode, but I probably would not have cut the video. I would have just, like, okay, let me just grab the tool, take it apart, okay, twist that, okay, reassemble it, I would have done the whole thing, all the modes and whatever, like, without cutting the video, and, since then, I'm like, okay, I should probably, like, cut the video when needed to do a little bit more. It's very easy to combine clips. So that's nice. Outside of that, showing the evolution lines, annoying as hell for the VS set, let me tell you. When you have the Valkyrie line and the Spriggan line to go over in one video, it is not a fun time. But I did it anyway, because, I'm just trying to be consistent with that. And I've done that for all the DB videos, which is nice. Super King I did not for everything, but I have for DB, which is good. But yeah. And outside of that, though, like just showing the Beys, I've tried to do better with actually showing them more in depth and talking about them. I've tried to get really into it, like going analytical. And that's why the VS video is like over 35 minutes long, because I'm really trying to go more in depth with this stuff. That's why the Gigandeck review, which is Bakutech related, that's why the original one was 8 minutes. Even though I changed all the modes and closed it up every time on camera, which I did not do this time, I cut the video. But even with that, with it like the cuts, it was still a 19-minute review. I've been really trying to actually just go really in depth with stuff, because I think that's something, again, like I can do, where I can't really do a lot of the other things, so. But I also don't want to, because, this is, my rambling videos, these I could just ramble. I try to, not ramble as badly in those, obviously it happens, but I'm not, I try to not do it as much, while, just kind of trying to give the proper information, and it just ends up being that long, because that's just kind of how much there really is, especially with Burst right now. There's so much history to it, again, it's the longest gen we've been going since July 2015. I wasn't even in high school. I was a month before I started high school, and I graduated over 3 years ago, man. It's been going on that long. So there's just so much history. If we get a fourth gen in March, like they're saying that we might, I definitely think that the videos will be a little bit shorter. Looking at the Ultimate Fusion DX video, almost 45 minutes long, right? Very, very long video. And that was 3 bays and a launcher. If we get a 3-bay and a launcher set with a 4th gen, maybe like a year from now, that video probably will not be exceeding 20 minutes. 15 would be also a little bit generous, but maybe past 15 at least. But considering it'll probably be a lot more basic, and also I just probably, again, there's just not as much reference yet. The videos won't be like as crazy in depth. I'll still go into everything I possibly can. It's just not gonna be burst level for a little while because, I mean, burst, again, like I just said, burst just has so much to it. But yeah, anyway, like that's just a little bit of a thing about some stuff I want to do on YouTube, and also just kind of the stuff I've been trying to do. I've been trying to go a little bit more analytical since last year, specifically like the Dynamite Belial video is kind of my turning point a little bit with that stuff, where I wanted to try a little bit more. I don't know, just something about that video felt good because I kind of talked more about the DV system. Felt like I was giving a better review of it, and since then I've kind of been trying to do that. I skipped out on it sometimes. It was just like a random product, like, okay, the Random Booster 27. I didn't care as much. It's not something that I care too much about. They're not mainline releases. I just make those, they're some videos want to be good. They just don't need to be as in depth because they're not brand new parts. But with something like a main release, like, Barricade Lucifer, the final bay, that'll probably be a longer video. It is just a single release. There's no gears or anything, so I don't imagine it'll be like overly long. But like above 10 minutes easily. Maybe above 15, we'll see. But yeah, it'll still be like a longer video. Still got to talk about everything with Lucifer. That'll be fun though. And anyway, so I think that's everything I have to say about that. That's the YouTube stuff for today. So yeah, I guess two things from YouTube. Just kind of the stuff I want to make, and then just getting really, really into all the stuff I've been doing. Two other things to talk about. So we have four things today. Two are already done. Next up, there was an interesting Beyblade, not news, but there was there were these listings for January, February, and March, but then they were taken down. So there are B207, B208, B209. Immediate thought is that they're canceled. So it looks like there were supposed to be 3 more releases in Burst that got canceled. And apparently like a 4th gen will happen in March, which has been kind of like assumed for a while now. And while I don't want to get my hopes up, there is a chance that maybe those were not supposed to be publicized and were not supposed to be released anywhere, and they were taken down quickly, and they were not supposed to be there, and these releases are actually happening. So if we are getting 3 more releases, which again, I doubt, it was probably a cancellation or just maybe tentative slots that they just did not end up using. We don't know. But what I will say, if there are 3 more slots, what are these gonna be? If we get 3 extra burst slots, hate to say it, but I think if we do, it's gonna be all filler. I think it'll be like last year, except instead of a late December release, it'd just be January. January would be kind of a filler random booster, just with a bunch of extra stuff. Like with a bunch of whatever stuff, like, okay, like a not perfect, but like probably a Holy King version of like Divine Belial or something. And February would probably just be like another filler booster, and then March, maybe like a special final random booster with some rare stuff or something, that'd be kind of cool. Or probably just another random booster. That's what my assumption would be if we get them. But that's not fun. Let's actually have a little bit of fun with the theories here. And let's just say these are all like boosters. They're all brand new releases, okay? If this is the case, we're already assuming like that these aren't canceled. We're already assuming that these are happening, which is already a pretty unlikely thing. And I think what's even more unlikely is that they're all just new. What are these going to be? Okay. Death Scyther and Wyvern, they have to be. There's no way that you'd get 3 extra, releases that are mainline releases, if they did that. There's no way in hell they would skip these 2 again. I know they skipped them a lot. Obviously they do them in Chosets or GT, and then they've had, DB, and then all of BU, they just still have not made them. But again, Death Scyther came 3rd in the poll. I still have a hard time believing that they're just skipping Death Scyther. Wyvern also came 8th, which does beat out some of these other bays that got in, like Longinus, Kirbyus, Ragnarok, Knight, and there was one more. What was the other one that it beat out to get in that it beat out to get top 8 that actually got made. Dragon. There we go. So yeah, we don't know 9 through 18, but we do know top 8, and Wyvern is 8th. Beats out those 5 that already have been made. Death Scyther was 3rd. How do you skip that? Like, come on. Death Scyther being 3rd. Like, Valkyrie is, like, the most popular, like, most notable burst bay. Of course it's going to win. Excalibur was always just a super hype release. Makes sense that he got 2nd, but, like, everything else, like, Spriggan, Fafnir, Longinus, Achilles, you know, Fiend. Like, there's so many just super prevalent bays, whether they be like protagonist bays, antagonist bays, like really popular rivals, just some other really popular characters. Like, yeah, he was one of the, like, Dino was one of the original, characters that was with the original group, but he was never like he wasn't even one of the original 4. He was there, but he was never like crazy high up. Like, I would say he was probably the least prevalent of the 5. And if you want to say 6, because I know Ken left, but like then he's still like 5th. Like, Ken would be last, I guess. But like, I still think like Vault, Shu, Rantaro, Wakia all had more like to them. And Beyblade vs. God, I know he was there, but he wasn't like crazy, necessary. And then like he was gone for Chosetsu GT and Sparking. And well, yes, in the manga he was in Sparking, but like it wasn't like that crazy. He didn't get into the anime or anything. And still, even with all that, he got 3rd. Death Scyther got 3rd, and that just says a lot. And I don't know why they'd skip it. So Death Scyther Wyvern, I think would be kind of just should be locked in. That 3rd spot is the one that's up for debate, though. So I think in most cases, Wyvern would be February, Death Scyther March. But there is one case where that's not it, which is probably the one I think is actually the most likely, which we'll get back to. But so first up, that January spot I think would most likely just be another random booster. Honestly, that's just a filler. But again, if we're assuming it's an actual new 3rd release, I would assume it has to be another, like, election bay. I don't imagine, like, as much as I would like an Ifrit or, Hades, Apocalypse, Minoboros, Evil Eye. I really want Evil Eye, but that stuff, like, it's stuff I want or I think could have happened in a 3rd year. Probably not. Kronos also I don't think would happen here. But there's still 4 other election bays. Don't think it'd be Satan. I just think that Satan's not really as interesting and would not really get a spot over some other stuff. Diablos is kind of possible, but like we already got Zest Achilles and Burst Spriggan. And if you want to count Astral Hello Kitty, and then going back to the 1st year DB, we got Astral Spriggan. I just don't think they'll give us a Diablos here. Then there's the 2 that I think are likely. First up, Zeus. I think Zeus would make sense. Another stamina type. I would get that. But it's still kind of a weird one, and I think there's another bay that's more deserving. And if this other bay happens, I'd move Wyvern back to till January, and then Death Scyther to February, and then March. The bay to end everything, Genesis. It's the only antagonist bay that has not been put into DB. And if you're also going to launch during a month where 4th gen is going to have a ton of hype, how do you even combat that? Okay, let's just make a burst bay that is absolutely ridiculous to such an insane extent that, like, its gimmicks would just be stupidly wild just for no reason, and it's insanity. That is how you make a kind of a final burst release to actually garner some hype when 4th gen is right around the corner. And who else can do that aside from Genesis? There are not many bays like that I think could be that insane. So, yeah, I'm just going with that. Also, if we did get this extra push for the end of Burst, potential to get, a 5 armor, potential to get a 3rd BU lock disc, I think there's a lot of potential here for these extra slots to be something. And while, again, I think that they are not going to happen, and I also think that them actually being new bays is just even less likely. To me, that there really should be something like this. I think we really need Scyther, Wyvern, and Genesis to finish off Burst. Would love to say Zeus and Diablos as well. I just can't though. Again, if we're if we're being this limited, but that's just me. So that's that for Beyblade. I did see this listing. I don't know if that's gonna lead to anything or not. Probably not. But I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. And then the last thing I want to talk about for today, Pokemon. So today's Friday. I don't have Pokemon Violet yet because I have to gotta collect the games, man. So I ordered it. It won't be here till after I wake up. So unfortunate, because if I was just a digital person, I could just play it now. But unfortunately, that is not what I am. So we're waiting. So I gotta wait. But for now, I have my team decided. Not gonna say what they are because I don't want to spoil any deck stuff. I don't think anyone's really watching at this point, but like, I don't want to spoil anything anyway. I do have a team in mind though. Could I code this in some way? Okay, so I'll just say like 2 of the Pokemon are already revealed, so it doesn't matter. Because I did look at the Pokedex leak. I didn't look at story leaks though. So I want Sprigatito as my starter, and then also Ceruledge, the one like ghost sword thing that got revealed like a few months ago. The other 4, how do I code this in a way that would be obvious to someone who knows what it is, but not obvious to someone who doesn't? Let's see. King Sword Thing. That's one of them. No, that's not related to Aegislash or anything. Just like King Sword Thing. That's all you need to know. If you know, you know. Hammer. That's another one. Robotic Knight. There you go. Robotic Knight. That's these are ridiculous. But I feel like if you've seen the decks, you might know what I'm talking about here. And the last one, Peppers. There you go. Those are the clues. If anyone's watching wants to know, that should be coded well enough to where it's not like going to leak anything or be too obvious. But if you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. At least I hope. So there we go. That's how I'm going to say what my team is, or at least what I want it to be. And also, this is not accounting for legendaries or anything. That's like post game. Like this is like pre-post game. Although I probably would swap out the Robotic Knight one for Miraidon. If I don't know when you're going to be able to use Miraidon. That's a box art legendary, so that's like a pretty obvious one. You'll probably be able to use that eventually. If it's pre like Elite Four champion stuff, assuming it's normal Elite Four and champion, but I don't know if it is this game. It wasn't the last couple of games, so I don't know. But if it is, or whatever the final battles are, that would be what I go for. I'd probably pick Miraidon over the other one, but if not, then it's those other 6. So there you go. That's how I'm going to code this. So, yeah, fun. Aside from that, I have seen the game had some mixed reviews, and I don't care because the mixed reviews, the reason why people are, not liking this game is because performance issues and graphics. I do not care. As long as it's not like 10 FPS, if it's like 25-ish, I genuinely do not care. As long as it's not like really bad freezes or slowdowns, I don't care. I'm not bothered by this. And graphics, again, I don't care. So I feel like those are like the 2 main problems people are having with this game, which sounds like they are, at least from what I've gathered. I'll probably have fun with it, but if there's other issues, then that's unfortunate. But for now, those are 2 main issues I've seen. I just do not care about that, so I'll have fun with it, probably. Can't wait to play that tomorrow. Will be a lot of fun. And, yeah, so I'll probably come up here at like 5 a.m. to sleep, just because, like, normally I stay up longer than that, but, like, I kind of don't want to stay up as long, because I kind of want to, like, at least be in bed by 5. It'll probably take me like an hour and a half to fall asleep. But even if I fall asleep at like 6:30 or even like 7, I'm at least in bed at that point. And I'm not out of bed till like 7 a.m., which a lot of times I am. Because then it's going to take me like 8 something to fall asleep at least, and that's just an issue. So at least if I'm in bed early enough, I'll sleep. And then I could probably wake up, I'll probably only get like 5, 6 hours of sleep. I'm going to wake up at like 1 p.m. and like, or maybe even a little before. But then again, I don't know if the package is even going to be here at that point, so might be unfortunate, we'll see. But regardless, I'll probably not sleep as long as I should because I'm going to want to wake up and play the game. So I'll wake up, and I'll probably record Weekly Blaze a little bit to open up the thing, and then I will end that and go play it, and that'll be fun. So yeah, I am very much looking forward to playing this game. I don't really want to say anything else because I also don't know like the story stuff, but I also just don't really. I think the only other things to talk about is like the deck stuff, which is still a leak. Not want to talk about that yet. And then anything else? Just yeah, the game looks fun. Excited for it. Looking forward to Team Star. That is something I'm a little interested in because we have not really had a good villain team in a little while. So hopefully they're interesting. Hopefully there's some good characters and everything. I just hope the game's fun, honestly. That's all I could say. Yeah, that's basically everything. And oh god, I've recorded for almost a half hour. I did not realize I'm talking this long. Alright. That's everything though, so those are like the 4 things I wanted to talk about today. A lot of stuff, actually, and yeah. I will, next time I record should hopefully be 1.5 Pokemon. That would be preferable, so yeah. Oh yeah, there was a Bottleman video today. They kind of teased the December one. They didn't show it though. I'm disappointed about that. Come on, just to show us the thing. It's going to be crazy apparently, so I really want to see it. But that's all for now, so anyway, we'll talk tomorrow once I have Violet in hand, so yeah. Alright, it's now Friday, it's at like 4 p.m. Wanted to wake up earlier, but I woke up at like 11 a.m., which was like 4 hours of sleep, and I was just not doing that, so I slept. Right, I was awake for quite a while though. I just, was awake and then I slept like, I was awake for like 2.5 more hours. Well, I slept another like hour and a half, or two, no. Yeah, 2.5 hours. Okay, I slept about like 2.5 more then. And here I am now. And opening this up. There we go. Pokemon Violet. Alright. There we go. Gen 9 is here. Day 1. I think for the start of each gen I've been pretty close to launch since Gen 5, and I've been Day 1 since Gen 6. Yeah, that's everything. Gen 3, okay, Gen 1 and 2 I didn't know what Pokemon was when those were going on. Gen 3 I was like, I didn't learn about Gen 3 until I was like, until it was like close to being done. Gen 4 I did not get right away, because I didn't have a DS yet, and then everything else, yeah, no, I've been here for a long time now, so I've been into Pokemon for over 16 years now. I don't want to bend this case. Shrink wrap is just annoying. I just want to get this off and go play the game. Okay, there we go. Come on. We could do this. We can get rid of this, right? There we go. The region looks really interesting as well. I do like this region. Its layout. There's the cartridge. Alright, there we go. That's all I have to say. I am going to go play this now because, yeah, no. Alright, it's now Saturday. see here. About 9 p.m. recording a little bit earlier today. But, yeah, so basically, last clip of the week. Couple things to talk about. First up, YouTube schedule. I don't know why I talk about this so much. Like, there's no reason to. I don't know, it's just fun to talk about, I guess. So I am moving the Amiibo unboxing from the 20th to the 22nd. This weekly Blaze, as well as a Bakutech review, will go up the 21st. Basically, haven't uploaded in a few days, and I don't know why, I just don't want my first video to be an Amiibo unboxing, because it's just kind of a weird thing. So I'll put that up the 22nd, then the 24th we'll get another video. So it's kind of more in the mix, and that's kind of what I want to do with it. And I'm not going to talk about weekly Blazes, just because they're a little bit, like, random when they're going to go up, but, like, 24th, 26th, those two will be, I don't know which will go first, maybe the ranking video, the Chozette's ranking video, the 24th, for Thanksgiving. 26th probably will be the Belial retrospective, that whole Beyblade discussion, and then the 28th will be another Bakutech review. That's it for November. So still got a few more things to do. Then we also have December. So I figured out December, I think. So I probably won't upload anything till like the 5th, which is going to be a Bakutech review. Then, I don't know when, at some point between the 5th and the 12th, probably earlier in the week, will be a video. I don't know what video it'll be, because I have a few videos I don't know where to place yet. Actually, no, it'll probably be the Bottleman video. So I do have a Bottleman video in mind, which is something I talked about earlier in this weekly Blaze, where I said I wanted to make a Bottleman video. I just didn't know what. And I think I have it now. I think I want to do a Bottleman video, talking about kind of just my hopes for a third system, or even just a continuation of DX and stuff I want to see. I thought that'd be a fun video to make. So, yeah. That's a Bottleman video I can actually do right now. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, right now if I want to, but, you know, it'll be still a couple weeks away. But, yeah. And then I'm leaving open the 10th because in case I get Barricade Loose for the 10th. If not, should be the 12th. If it comes to the 10th, great. If it comes to the 12th, there will be a Bakutech review on that Monday, and then later in the day, later on the 12th, we'll have Barricade Loose for that video go up. Probably leave that stuff there, and then, unless if we get a Beyblade, like, news thing, unless if we have, like, an announcement of a January release, which I doubt, but if it happens, I will do that discussion video on the 16th, and then there are two other videos I want to do. One will be another Beyblade discussion, which will be like right there, but it will be a different type of video. So 16th might get moved to the 18th if there's another Beyblade release. I don't know if I don't think there will be, but still, just worth mentioning it anyway. This is all pretty far out, so there's still a while to figure this out, but still, like, 16th will probably be the one of the two Beyblade videos that I have in mind. If, you know, again, by some miracle we have a January release, I will talk about it then. If not, though, 16th will just be one of the two. 20th will be the second of the two. So these two videos for Beyblade, one will be a Beyblade discussion video. I don't know what. I actually have quite a few Beyblade discussions I want to make. I just don't want to be making them constantly. So I don't know which one I want to do, because this will probably be the only other one for 2022. Probably don't have another discussion until like January, so I figure I should probably want to make it a good one. I just don't know which thing to talk about yet. I'll probably talk about that more in future Weekly Blazes, though. And then the last video for a while will be probably, well, one of the two. I don't know if this will be, if the ranking will be the what day it'll be, but or what video the discussion or ranking will be. Still to figure that out. But like, the other video I'll make is the GT ranking video. That'll be fun. So there you go. Then of course we have the Christmas stuff. So all the December stuff I just mentioned, that's all really I have to make until Christmas. Which isn't a ton, but there are still some videos, so still stuff going up. But yeah, the 20th will be the end of that. 25th, later on Christmas Day, will be the Christmas video. And then I know I should at least have 5 unboxings to go up. So 27th, 29th, 31st, and I'm getting into January the 2nd and the 4th. I don't know what order I'll do them in, but I will be getting, and I don't know if I'll have any other stuff to do, but the first thing I do 27th should probably be the Prototype Bottleman unboxing. 29th probably will just be like the Splatoon 3 amiibo, just get those out of the way. 31st, end of the year with the BU all-in-one set, that'll be a fun one. Second, starting off the year will be the My Hero Academia Season 5 Part 2 Limited Edition box sets. We'll unbox that, and then the 4th... Okay, so if I get anything else to unbox, it'd be the 4th, 6th, okay, I can't. Okay, come on. Words. Every other day would just, kind of keep going like that. But as of now, since there is nothing else, that last day as of now is the 4th, and that will be a Bakugan video that will be talking about, basically, like, the 6, like, evolution, like, Japan exclusive Newest Story evolutions. Because I did get Blast Ellico almost 3 years ago now, and I got, Master Ingram Helios Mark II a couple months back, and then I'm probably getting the rest of them. Night Percival, Cross Dragonoid, and Minx Elfin, hopefully for Christmas. Should be. And once I get those, I'll make the video in, kind of the last video of Christmas, because it is partially Christmas stuff, partially not, so it'll just kind of be the last video to pair with everything. And then probably right after that, probably just kind of continuing the bi-daily thing, so 6th as of now, if not, again, maybe later if there's more stuff to unbox. The anime manga pickups for summer and fall 2022, that will be then. So that's kind of my whole lineup of stuff for now. And yeah, I think it's a pretty decent lineup. And then also for January, I do have one other video planned, and that is another Bakutech review. So I am going to be doing monthly Bakutech reviews. Because I kind of mentioned this before a while back, but I want to kind of cover Bakugan, or well, I guess Bakutech, that I have not covered individually yet. So things I've covered, in like only a set, not the original version. Mainly just not the original version. I will want to cover on their own. And yeah, so I'll start that off in January. One a month, probably around the middle of each month. Not a specific day or anything, just around the middle of each month. Maybe like a Monday or something. But earlier in the month if I need to, later in the month if I need to, depending on what's going on that month. And I have 11 of them planned, so they will go through November of next year. And then December, I do have a finale video planned, which will be a kind of ranking tier list of sorts. That'll be a fun one. I'll probably have to record it like a month out, honestly. Or quite a while out, because that's going to be a long... Or maybe not record it, but just plan it. It's going to be a lot to plan. Doing an entire Bakutech tier list. Oh boy, that's a process right there. But anyway. That's basically everything for videos for now that I have in mind. Obviously, if I get more Bakugan stuff, I will make videos on them. I know Legends comes out soon, so videos on that, hopefully, at least some. I know I haven't done as much Evolutions as I thought I would, but, I mean, the reboot, I want to get stuff with the reboot, but I don't really care that much about it. Still made Prisma, though. I still plan on getting Prisma. So, there you go. But, Beyblade, if we get more releases, I think we're getting more next year, so, even if it's not Burst, Gen 4, okay, cool. Stuff to make videos on. Bottleman, release come out. Oh, that should be another thing in January, actually. January should be more Bottleman stuff. Hopefully, anyway. Or maybe, well, actually, this is kind of a rough one, because if it comes out, like, at the end of December, because it might, I don't know if I want to wait on them. I might make the videos as soon as possible. We'll see. I might, okay, so what might happen is I'll probably do, like, through the 2nd, but if Bottleman stuff is coming out, like, late December, I may hold off on that Bakugan Evolutions video, as well as the anime manga pickups video, and do the Bottleman stuff first, to get those out right away. Maybe, we'll see. Depends on when I get them as well, and if we were even getting December releases. But yeah, that's kind of that for now. That's my plans, so... Oh yeah, and also anime stuff whenever I get it, and then Amiibo whenever I get it. And if we get finally finish the Smash line, please, I will finally make that giant video of every Smash Ultimate Amiibo. I just have not had the chance yet because they don't want to finish the line. Like, come on. It started in 2018. We got a lot in 2019. Like, most of them. 2020 was like the last couple, plus like the first two of the first DLC wave. 2021 was just the rest of the Fighters Pass 1. 2022 has just been really just the first two slots of Fighters Pass 2. We still, like, hopefully next year they don't just do two more. I hope it's not just Sephiroth and, who is next in line? Pyra/Mythra. Please just do Kazuya and Sora next year. Just release them all at once. Just end the thing. Please. We're waiting. Everyone's waiting. Yeah, but whenever that finishes, I'll make a video on it. I just don't know when it's gonna be. If we keep going like this, it'll probably be like summer 2024, maybe? Like 2 more years almost? I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly, but yeah, just release them, please. But yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's just some next year stuff, but like, we'll get to that when we get to that. Weekly Blaze is still going to be going on, of course, but yeah. So I got some plans, at least for like this month, next month, you know, some January stuff, even getting into like February a little bit with like the box tech review plan, you know, maybe some Bottleman or Beyblade stuff. Discussions, of course, want to keep doing those. Aside from that, though, only other thing to talk about this week is Pokemon Violet. So I did talk about that yesterday a little bit, and I do plan on, you know, finishing this one because I know I did not finish Sonic Frontiers. I will still get back to that, but Pokemon's a priority. It has some bad technical problems. I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm not the biggest like critic when it comes to graphics or technical performance, but they're like the graphics are whatever to me. But like the technical stuff, like oh man, this was really not polished well. Although part of it might be on the Switch, I don't know, but it was not done perfectly. We'll just say that. It doesn't usually hinder anything, but there are just times where it's like, okay, that just looks like terrible. It's bad sometimes. Overall, aside from that, though, I don't know why my throat's so dead today, but aside from that, it's like pretty fine. But yeah, the game so far is actually pretty fun. I do enjoy the because I don't always like open world games, so I think they did it right here where there's enough stuff happening and enough like different areas, different, you know, you have all the like towns and cities and stuff. It's done well. There's stuff to go, you know, like there's stuff going on, there's places to go. It's actually fun in that regard. And that's kind of what I was hoping for. And I think it works really well because you have a lot of open area, that's fine. I don't care if there's a lot of open areas. They just could not be like Legends Arceus where it was open areas of nothing. I wanted to actually have stuff to do, and they did that. And I think it works really well. So again, it's a lot of fun. And yeah, I do like that a lot. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. My only like big problem with this game that really, if you just look up like a quick guide, it's not a big deal. But I did not want to, and I kind of got screwed over from it. And what really annoys me, and this isn't even like, you know, technical stuff. This is just genuinely just bad game design right here. But they advertise how you could do things in your own order. You don't have to do things in a set order. But like, so I'm not gonna get into everything. Just the gym. We'll just talk about the gyms. Okay, the 8 gyms. You know, the classic. You could do any gym leader you want. You could face anyone. You can go to any gym in any order. It doesn't matter. Here's the problem with that. They don't scale. How do you... Okay, so you advertise you can go to any gym you want, but really, why? So you can... Yeah, sure, I can go to the 8th gym first, but they're all going to be like level 40-something Pokemon. Why does this not scale? Like, it's such bad design to advertise, oh, you can go in any order you want, but they don't scale. And it just, like... If you weren't gonna make them scale, why have this option? Because here's the thing, right? You could argue, okay, then just train, you know, just get better, I guess. So if I get my Pokemon to like level 40, right? Take on the 8th gym, finally win, you know, earn that victory. Okay, cool. cool. You know, that's nice and fun. You know, that's kind of cool. But here's the problem with that. Now I could just curb stomp every other gym leader without a care in the world. And that's just not fun, because it's like, okay, I worked up this whole way, finally, beat this gym leader, and the rest of the game is just piss easy, because I just did that. To me, it's just not fun. It's not a fun idea. You really need to go in the proper order, or at least relatively close. I guess there's some freedom to it. Like, it doesn't matter if you take, like, the second gym before the third gym or something. Or, I mean, after the third gym, second before third, yeah, that's obvious. But, like, it's, like, kind of fine in some instances, but, like, I took on the fourth gym second. I took on the first one first, then the fourth one second. I got destroyed the first time, went back, trained up a little bit, went back, and destroyed this gym when I tried again, and then I realized that was, like, weirdly hard, and that's when I found out they don't scale. This was earlier today. And I'm like, okay, gonna go curb stomp the second gym later. The third gym, it was a little bit more of a fair fight. That was a good one. But, like, still, it was like, this is stupid. Like, why is this not scaling? It needed to scale. And it really, really is just a bad design for them to not scale something like this. I don't understand how they didn't do that. Don't make this a feature if you're not going to do it properly. It just doesn't work. It's not a good plan at all. So, that's that. Aside from the technical stuff and that just really stupid idea right there, it's a really fun game so far. I think there's a lot to do. Got a lot of stuff. There's different kind of things that you can do. It's not just the 8 gyms. You have other kind of main tasks to do. This isn't really spoilers or anything. But you have, like, the 5 titans. That's pretty cool. Sort of like 5 boss battle type things. Almost akin to, like, totem Pokemon or something like that. Which I like. I like the idea. It's fun. And then also, like, the 5 Team Star bosses. That's also really cool. And you kind of get, like, different badges. You kind of get, like, these secret, like, badges from, like, Team Star, like, the Titans, and that's really cool. So you have 18 total. I think it's 1 per type. I don't know that yet, but, like, I'd assume so if it's 18. Probably. But that's really cool, though, if that is the case. And, yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I think it's like, yeah, there's some problems with this game. A couple stupid decisions, but overall, it's fun. I think terastallizing? I think that's a new gem thing. That's what it's called. Also got, like, a letter to run there, terastallizing. I think so. Alright, the dogs decided to interrupt, of course, But, whatever. Anyway, so terastallizing, it's a good idea. It boosts a type, and Terra types could be just one of their main types or a new type that is not involved with either of the main types, or just, I guess it was just one type, monotyped. It's something different. Cool. But yeah, that's kind of what I was going to say. Also, good thing actually I stopped, because I thought I had more space on my camera than I did. The 2 minutes left. And then for some reason my SD card doesn't like to kind of fix itself sometimes. And it says I have no time left, but then if I, like, plug it into my computer and let it just sit for a second, just take it out, and I put it back in my camera, it just suddenly has a ton more time. I think for some reason things just don't delete properly or something, and, like, it says it's still there, but it isn't. I don't know. Whatever. So I have, like, 2 minutes now. I have, like, 50 something. I'm like, okay, I know I didn't record that much this week. I know I recorded quite a bit, but still. Anyway, so I think in terms of, like, the recent Pokemon gimmicks, though, I think the worst is easily Dynamax. A 3-turn buff to everything. Or, like, you have, like, Gigantamax stuff. It was just dumb. It wasn't good. Then I'd probably say Z moves. Having kind of a 5th move that's more of a super powerful extra move, kind of a one-shot type of thing, that's actually kind of decent. I don't mind that as much. And then second is terastallizing, because it's interesting enough, and then, but the best is still Mega Evolution. Like, Mega Evolution, they knocked it out of the park. And they keep trying to replicate this, and they they just haven't been able to at all. Yeah, Cat agrees with me. I wish they would stop trying and just go back to Mega Evolution. It was a lot better. I don't know what else to say about it. It was just better. I think Terastallizing has a place, and you could maybe, like, I don't want to say mix them. I almost think mixing Terastallizing with Z moves would be a kind of a cool idea. The only problem with that is, like, like if we had like a unrestricted, like Gen 10 or something has like all of this stuff, then you'd have two Pokemon in your team that are like super powerful, Mega and, Terastallizing Pokemon. Maybe one or the other or something. I don't know, but that's a balancing nightmare. I probably shouldn't try to figure that out. Maybe in game it's fine, but like competitive or something you have to choose. I don't know. But still, it's decent enough. But like Terastallizing, actually cool idea. I'm glad that's there. Trying to think if I have any other opinions on the game so far. I don't think I really do. Okay, you don't have to like battle people if you don't want to. You kind of just go around them, or I think you have to just talk to them now, which is kind of nice. But also like at the same time, I just never choose to battle anyone, so I'm always underleveled, which is kind of bad. Probably should try to do something about that, but I also don't really care. I'll just yeah. I only do that when I really need to, because I don't get why I play Pokemon sometimes, because like I don't really like the battle that much, but I also like that's like the main point of these games. So what am I doing here? I don't know. I just like the games for some reason. But I don't know why battles. I just don't do them very much. I really try not to. It's the point of the game, but whatever. It's like progressing through it. So far I have done 4 gyms, 2 Titan Pokemon, and then just one of the Team Star bosses. Tomorrow I'll probably try to do at least one more Titan. I don't know if I'll do a second or not. At least 2 more gyms, and then probably 2 more Star bosses as well. Because those are lacking a little bit, so I'll probably do them. And then, yeah, that'll be fun. I think that's all my opinions on Pokemon, though. I think that's everything I want to talk about for today. Next week, I'll probably do some more about, like, more of the game. This is more just first impressions. So far, I like it. Again, just a couple things they just could not get right, unfortunately. And again, I don't know if the performance stuff is, like, Switch-related or the game just was not done well. I don't know. There definitely are some bugs, though, so it has to be partially on this game. And other games have worked fine enough. I don't think it's the Switch, at least to some extent. Switch maybe is a small part, but I don't think it's the main part. And the whole not scaling thing, that's just dumb. Like, I don't know how you mess that up. Like, seriously, I don't know. I don't know how that would, like, you can't, okay, I'm not going to repeat myself on that. I've already talked about that. It was a bad idea. But that's all for this week. That's everything. This was a weird week, because it spanned from the Lucifer news, which now feels like a billion years ago, to Pokemon, which just feels recent. I don't know, this week has felt very, very long. Probably because I was waiting for Pokemon and really wanted it to come out for a while, and was actually just trying to waste a lot of time for it to come out. So this week feels very, very strange. But that's everything for this week, though. Come back next week, and I'll have some fun with that. So anyway, thanks for watching, and bye.